Hello, hello, hello. Greetings unto hello. How we feeling? How we doing? How we doing? How we feeling? What's happening, everybody? All right. Get myself set up in the back end here a little bit. What's up? Hey, hey, hey. How we doing? How do I... Yeah, multitasking. Get better at it, CG. All right. What's up, everybody? How is life treating y'all today? You having a great day? You feeling good? You looking good? You doing good? You feeling good? What's up? What y'all been up to? What's happening? Nice song. I like this one. Can we do territorial end of stream? I think not this stream. I don't want to get into a habit of doing territorial IO in every Risk stream. I want that to be something that happens rarely. Because if I do it all the time, people start to expect it. And I don't want people to expect it. When will the Risk begin? I don't know. When I'm done talking. It varies. Sometimes I might start within 15 minutes, sometimes 20 to 30 usually. Last time it was like 45 minutes before I got around to it. Depends how much I have to talk about. I like to spend some time reading chat, talking to guys at the start of the stream here. I don't really have a lot on my mind to talk about today, so maybe it probably won't take as long today. Depends on what you guys have to talk about in chat. This is kind of like the only time I get to like really connect with you guys in real time. Is at the start of the stream here. I mean, a little bit throughout the stream, but throughout the stream, I tend to focus mostly on, like, the game itself. Because what I do is I stream for content, and what that means is, like, every time I'm playing a match live, if it turns out to be a good match, I'll end up making a video from it, edit it down and make a video from it. And that is significantly easier to do if I'm not spending like 80% of my time looking at a screen, talking to chats about things that, you know, the viewers like won't care about. Like, somebody's never seen the channel before, doesn't care about me talking about with some random dude in chat. They want to hear me talk about the game. So when I play the game, I need to be mostly focusing on the game. I can't really make a good video. I can't really make a good Risk video if I spend the entire time not talking about Risk. So it works. I mean, I guess I could try. But I don't know. Just makes it easier. I mean, I guess I could try to like, how'd that work? Maybe I could always try to like branch out and do something different. Always good experimental. Well, how'd that work? How would that actually? I'll try and figure this out here. So, if I chose to, you know, we stream Risk, and I try to focus, you know, my right now, what I've been doing is like in my Risk streams, when I'm playing Risk, 90% of my brain is on the game, like 5 to 10% is reading chat, occasionally responding to something. What if I changed it? What if I did like half and half playing the game, half talking to chat? How would that work from creating a video perspective? What target audience would that appeal to? How would the editing work? I guess what I would do would be, like, on the enemy's turns, which is actually a significant portion of the game, I could just talk to chat about whatever. And then on my turn, I focus on mine, and that would work. And then from a streaming perspective, that's very easy. When it's my turn, you know, I think about my turn. Sometimes on their turn, I might think about my turn, but there's actually a lot of downtime to talk to chat. The thing is, from a video perspective, what would that look like? Like, somebody's brand new to the channel, sees the video. What are they click on the video because the title and thumbnails are going to say something about, you know, that's the title and thumbnails have to be about Risk. They can't be about, I talked to chat for 20 minutes. Nobody cares. Nobody will click that. They have to click on something about Risk. So it has to, you know, I guess I could just edit out the half where I'm talking to chat, edit out my mic track and just like speed up the enemy's turn. So it's like, they can just like visually see what the enemies did without having to see me like comment on it. And then just be my commenting mine on the chat. I make for too short of a video though. It'd be done in like 4 minutes if I take out the enemy's turns, or like speed them up. Or I could just have it be a largely unedited video with me just like talking about whatever. And you know, if I attract an audience that like, basically, I guess, right, I'll be trying to like decide who your target audience is. Is your target audience somebody who wants to hear you talk with chat about random things for videos? Or is your target audience somebody who wants to see you talk and focus mostly about the game? I guess that's the real question right there. Any neighbor complaints? Why would neighbors be complaining about me? I'm a good neighbor. I'm a nice neighbor. Problem with streaming and focusing on us is inviting misclicks or missing things. Oh, 100%. If I'm focusing on you guys, I play the game worse. That's just be part of it. One of the best things about your content is the way you tell about what the opponent may be doing or should do, etc. Okay, so we have one person voting for focus on the game. Because basically what it is there's basically two ways to make videos. Either one where you focus primarily on the content itself, the game itself, or it's just, hey, listen to me talk about my life and whatever, and hear me interact with chat. And you kind of got to commit to one. And the hard thing about like committing to like, oh, I'm going to talk to chat is my focal point of the stream and the videos is, I don't know that I have enough substance to talk about. Like, some people have the ability to, like, they live their life so actively, they're constantly, every single day, they're going out, new experiences, new this, new that. Those are the people that have just like a never-ending flow of things to talk with chat about. Me, not so much. I'm more of a, I feel like I'm more of an observer in life. I'm less going out there every day. I'm not the guy going on a roller coaster today and then going skydiving tomorrow. And then, I'm more of the guy who just, I've got a brain that's less concerned about going out and experiencing everything the world has to offer. I've got a brain that's more like, I just like a good old puzzle to solve, like a good old riddle, really. Which is useful for making, risk content, a game that's mostly about trying to figure out what you should do, what your enemies should do, or about to do, read your opponents, which is good for that, but it's not necessarily good for hey, let's have a never-ending conversation with chat about life and this and that and the other for hours on end. I mean, maybe sort of, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it does work. You do a face reveal? I have no intention to. Neighbor started a car in the morning or something. I mean, that's just every day for me, right? Or you mean like a neighbor complaining about me starting the car? I mean, I'm always complaining about my noisy neighbors. I just complain to myself. Well, I guess sometimes to you guys when you're here to listen to it. I don't actually go and file a complaint. I understand that people need to start their cars in the morning. I understand, I have to start my car when I go grocery shopping and whatever. And, I get that people are going to live their lives and people are going to make noise just to exist. I get that. I'll complain about it to myself because it's still annoying, but I'm not going to be unreasonable to demand that they change. It's what am I supposed to do? Go up there, hey, stop going to work every day. That's dumb. The guy's got to start his car. He's got to go to work. I can't. Annoying as his noisy car is, that's the only thing he can afford. I'm in, my car is old too, right? You think stick to the formula that worked well for you with Territorial, talk about the game and the players and plays? Yeah, I think that is probably the better way to go, simply because that is what kind of comes most easily to me, most naturally to me, and I feel like it's kind of my strength. Well, I think for content creation, it's good to play to your strengths, and your strength as far as what you're good at, what comes natural, what comes easy, and also what people tend to like. There is a target audience for people that enjoy, I don't care about the game. I want to hear you talk about your life and stuff. That's good if you're the kind of person who just has a naturally interesting life and has a natural gift for talking about your life and life experiences. That's not my strong suit. I could try to develop that skill and I could improve at it over time. But I saw something from a content creator the other day that actually made a lot of sense to me and I kind of agree with. Actually, I think I fully agree with it. And they said when it comes to content creation, play to your natural talents. We all have things that we just, are naturally better at than the average person is. Some people it's physical things. Some people are just natural athletes who just are naturally better at hitting the baseball than others, who are just naturally better at running than others, who are just, this guy just has a natural gift for putting on muscle, in the weight room, just a genetic advantage for, building muscle. Is actually called the Hercules genes. Eddie Hall has it, where they don't have a limit to how much muscle they can pack on. And other people have, like, some people have just a gift of gab. Some people struggle to talk, some people struggle to keep a conversation going, whereas there's people like me. I don't want to say I have a gift of gab, but I do have the capacity to talk ad nauseum, verbal diarrhea, some people call it, for extended periods of time, which not everybody can do. I think most people can do it. I think a lot of people can do it. I don't think being able to talk a bunch is a particularly, I'd say it's a pretty common natural talent, I'd say. So, like, I think my particular natural talent is probably my ability to, like, think things through and figure things out, which is, again, not a particularly rare natural talent. I'd say it's actually fairly common. I'd say there's actually a lot of people, like a rather large percentage of the population is like me in that, they're very good at just, like, thinking things through and figuring things out. It's a pretty common natural talent, which it's a bit tragic that my natural talents are kind of common natural talents. Makes it harder for me to stick out from the crowd, content creation wise. But hey, so in my case, I wasn't able to rise to fame utilizing my natural talent alone, because my natural talents are pretty commonplace, honestly. I was able to, get my small little mini dose of fame, basically from getting lucky. The algorithm, I made a video and the algorithm was like, hey, we're going to show this video to like 500,000 people over the course of the next like 6 months or 1 year. I think my most viewed videos actually up to 800,000 views now. So the algorithm's like, over the next year and a half, this video is going to get shown to 800,000 people. And there you go. That combined with whatever commonplace natural talents you have, CG, there's your success, right? Do I like One Piece? I tried watching One Piece as an adult, and I just couldn't get into it. It felt too slow paced. I think that's something you need to have watched as a kid in an older time to really enjoy it. Because I like the thing about media and entertainment is that it like evolves and changes over time. If you look at most animes that were made like 30, 40 years ago, or whatever, like they just don't compare to the quality and pacing of the ones that are made nowadays. Because media is an ever improving format. Like if you look at TV shows that were made like 80 years ago, most of them suck compared to like entertainment that comes out now, because basically entertainment is just people guessing. Like creativity is just kind of doing trial and error guessing. Do they like this? No. Do they like this? No. Do they like this? No. Do they like this? Yes. And if you're the first person to ever do it 120 years ago on TV, well, there's a lot of trial and error and you're mostly getting it wrong. And what you do figure out, you barely figure out. Fast forward 120 years of people doing the collective society doing trial and error, figuring out what people like and don't like, and well, it's improved considerably. Like the quality of Avengers is vastly superior to like the stop motion Godzilla versus King Kong, 80 years ago or whatever. It's just also just our skill at creating graphics and things like that. So for me, One Piece is something that if you watched it in your childhood when your standards expectations for media were lower because kids have lower expectations, or just because your childhood was years ago, and the collective media standards were a little bit lower back then it's more accessible and easier to enjoy. Whereas if you had never seen it before and try to watch it as an adult, it's a little hard to get into it because it's like 1,000 episodes and the pacing's kind of slow compared to nowadays, and it's just kind of hard to get into it, right? But then you're 30% the way to a sellout streamer. I don't know what that means. But you are doing it solely for your benefits, like a sellout streamer. I don't know what you're trying to communicate there, Bacon Sandwich. And I would argue that pretty much all streamers are sellouts. I feel like that is just a requisite of the job. People, I never understood these people who have like a problem with content creators like wanting to make money. Oh, this YouTuber's a sellout. He's trying to make money. The streamer's a sellout. He's trying to make money. That's why do you think people do this? Like, why do you think people dedicate their entire lives, full-time, overtime, to creating content for you to watch and enjoy? Like, they're trying to get paid. Now, the reason I'm streaming right now is because it adds an extra layer of complexity to my videos. Also, I frankly just enjoy having somebody to talk to for the first 20, 30 minutes of the stream, because I don't have anybody in my real life that I'm able to talk to YouTube stuff about. You know, because they're just not invested in it the way I am. You guys I can talk to about it because, well, those who aren't invested will just, you know, come back later in the stream and watch the risk. Those who are also interested or curious about it will sit here and talk to me about it. So for me, the streaming is to add an extra layer of complexity to the videos. Well, it's two things. One is just, you know, it helps to have me sort of bounce my ideas off to and talk to things about. Otherwise, I'm just talking to myself in my home here or whatever. And also because it adds an extra layer of complexity to the videos. Although I've been finding with the risk videos, I'm not entirely sure that it does. It does with the territorial live videos, because the thing about the risk videos is, like, the reason I started streaming the risk videos and territorial live for a little bit before I stopped, because I remember the game's unstreamable because of stream snipers, is because I'm hoping that, like, I remember when I first made content back in the day in territorial live, I was streaming it and the stream snipers weren't that bad back then. And frankly, competition was easier and the game was easier to win. Now it's with stream snipers nowadays, it's really hard to get a win if you got 50 people stream sniping you. One or two maybe. But I remember my videos back then having a little more interesting conversation and complexity to the commentary, because I would be talking about the game, but I'd also occasionally talk to chat and go on these tangents and rants and things, and made the videos, I think, a little bit more interesting than what I do now, commentary-wise, where I just play the game off camera and basically talk about the gameplay exclusively. Don't get me wrong, back then, most of the videos I was just talking about the gameplay. But there's a little extra sprinkle in of once in a while, you never know if he's going to talk to chat. And that's why I started streaming again here these last few weeks, is because I'm kind of hoping to, like, add that little extra layer of complexity back into the videos, or at least some of the videos, like it used to be. Can't really do it with territorial because the game's unstreamable for, like, trying to get your single player wins. Maybe the first hour of the stream you can get a few, but once, like, you know, you've got 300 plus people watching you, and you've got 50 people stream sniping you, it becomes difficult to the point where it doesn't feel worth it. Like, you can, even with that many stream snipers, you can still occasionally get the win, but it's just not worth the effort. It's just not fun. Risk, though, is actually pretty fun. I'm really enjoying it. And, like, but part of me is like, I don't feel like, as I'm going through and editing the videos, since I focus so much on, like, I tend to, like, tune out most of what chat's saying. I don't really respond much while I'm playing the game. I'm finding that like, the whole purpose of stream risked, I could just record risk off stream. But by streaming it, I'm hoping to add that little extra layer of complexity to the video creation process. But I find that's not really happening because I focus so much on the game and don't really talk to chat while I'm doing it. That little extra layer of complexity isn't there. But I'm also thinking maybe that's okay, because, like, YouTube is both a video, like a visual and audio. It's a visual and audio medium. And the thing about Risk is there's really not much visually happening much at all, without a bunch of editing. And if you talk to, like, let's say somebody takes 90 seconds on their turn, and I'm having a conversation with chat for those full 90 seconds, I can't really edit that out and keep the coherence of, like, the commentary the same. So I have to have 90 seconds of, like, nothing visually happening on screen, just that little timer bar at the top going from left to right as the person's AFK. And I feel like from a visual perspective, that makes for a boring video. From a commentary perspective, audio perspective, it might actually be quite interesting. But from a visual perspective, it's kind of boring. So with Risk, the streaming to add an extra layer of complexity to the videos is both, like, good and bad, right? Because, okay, I add the extra layer of audio complexity by talking to chat, and now that makes the video 5 minutes longer because we have to leave an extra 5 minutes of talking in because we're having this interesting conversation with the chat. But the downside is, well, the video is now 5 minutes longer, and there's nothing visually happening on the screen during that 5 minutes. That's just me talking during the enemy's turns where they're just doing nothing. So, this comes down from a creative perspective, like, what direction am I trying to take the risk content in, which overall reflects onto what direction am I trying to take the channel in general. And that's the question, because my goal here is not to switch from Territory.io into Risk. My here is to add a bunch more games to my repertoire of things that I make content for. And so when it comes to my videos, I need like a theme and a style overall consistently that will encourage viewers to watch me from one video to the next, from one game to the next. And the question is how you do that. If I make my commentary exclusively about the game, doesn't that mean that they would only want to watch the games they're interested in? But if I have like interesting commentary, they might check me out from one to another. But the thing I've found is that people tend to only watch games, when it comes to gaming content, people tend to only watch games they enjoy regardless of what the commentary style is. Like, I could have the most interesting commentary in the world. Most people still will not watch the Risk content if they just don't like Risk. So I guess when it comes to like getting people to watch you for variety, there needs to be an interweaving theme, which could be like, in my niche, people's love of geography, or humor is a very effective thing to get people to watch. Like, some of the most successful variety gamers do humor, or they do like scary games, and the interweaving thing is that like they yell and scream and freak out at scary games, and it's like, oh my goodness, they freak out, and then people laugh at them freaking out, and they also enjoy like the spooky vibes. So my niche, like the interweaving theme, would be geography. People just enjoy, like, I just love watching the world get conquered in a visual audio formula, and that's like my niche, I guess, right? CG, can you see Momoto chat? What does that mean? What does that mean? See, you can't read my chat. I can read your chat. I tend to like look away from chat and like go on these long diatribes. I'm like thinking things out because I get easily distracted by you guys and lose my train of thought. Now I'm back to reading it. That makes no sense. We have a problem with companies going beyond their jobs and getting involved in politics in this day and age. They should be aiming to sell up what they do. I think you're probably talking to somebody in chat there. Maybe? I don't follow there, or I guess I'll probably read that message late, right? I'm just skimming chat here, reading up what you guys are saying. Bacon Sandwich says that's not what a sellout streamer is. So define sellout streamer for me. Define it for me. Hit me with your definition of what you mean by sellout streamer. Because I feel like you go into Twitch, anybody you see with over like 1,000 viewers, concurrent viewers there on Twitch, whatever, is a sellout streamer. They're all trying to make money. They're all taking sponsorships. They're all wanting to get paid. He can read, but he's talking, yeah. See, I told you he can't see me. Alright, I'm just gonna ban this kid. They're just trying to draw attention to themselves. Literally just responded and reacted to you. Moving on. Just do what you love, man. There's probably a lot of value to that. I mean, part of the job is finding the sweet spot between what you love and also what the viewers love. That's the trick, right? So you say a sellout streamer is anybody who sacrifices quality/creativity to make more money or become more popular. Gotcha. So a sellout streamer who's trying to make more money, but does it at the expense of making their product worse. Gotcha. So trying to make more. So by trying to infer your logic from that is that so it's okay to be a content creator streamer trying to like make more money, get more successful, as long as you don't sacrifice quality and creativity. Gotcha. So basically, trying to make a living as an entertainer is fine as long as you're not sacrificing like the quality of your stuff. But here's the thing. That's got me, because the whole sellout, people having, oh, he's a sellout, is like, because I've heard like, wasn't there, like, I remember, you guys ever watch that old TV show, House? You know, House MD, House, the guy, you know, who's got like walk around on a cane, and he's grumpy, he's got a hurt leg, but he's like a genius doctor solving things. The actor's name is Hugh Laurie. I remember reading some random forum comment that called Hugh Laurie a sellout because he did House. Probably just some random comment, but to me that doesn't make sense. I mean, was his old indie content of better quality than House? To me, House was one of the best, most entertaining shows I ever watched. Like, I thought it was an amazing product, a great television entertainment show. And yet some people didn't like it and thought of him as a sellout. That's crazy to me, right? He improves quality of sellout, though. House is sick. Exactly. So, basically, selling out is okay as long as you're improving the quality of what you're doing, is kind of what they're saying. So basically, what Bacon Sandwich is trying to communicate is that just don't lower the quality of your product. Well, I agree. Like, yeah, like, you don't ever want to lower the quality of your product. Like, the thing about being somebody who does both videos and streams is that you have to choose your focus on which one is your higher priority. You can focus on stream, but if you focus too much on stream, like right now, the last 30 minutes, I've been giving a lot of focus on stream, nothing towards videos. I can't make a video from this. This is so, you know, this is like a high quality product from a streaming perspective. So I'm talking chat, interacting chat a lot. From creating a video perspective, this is extremely low quality, which is why I won't make a video from it. So what I was brainstorming earlier in the conversation here was basically me just trying to figure out like which do I put more effort on, which is a higher focus priority, right? Selling out is meant to mean going against what you believe is right to make money. Ah, gotcha. So like if you have, so basically like I have a perfect example of somebody selling out by that definition, and it is there's this, I'm not going to say their name. I'm not even going to say, I don't want to like draw any negative attention to this person. Not that I have that much sway or influence, honestly, but there is a group of content creators that I enjoy. You know, they a group of them that work together, and one of them has started doing OnlyFans, but 2 years ago they went on this whole like rant about how they disapprove of that, and they don't like getting nasty comments from men or whatever. And you know, their values 2 years ago were like, she as a female does not like being objectified, and now 2 years later, she is now selling out her values that she had before that were against it because she wants to get paid. She's effectively sold out her values to get paid. Now she hasn't said that. She's dressing it up as I'm empowered now, and if that's what she thinks, whatever, that's fine. But the fact is, 2 years ago you had a hard moral stance against this, and now you're doing it either because you've changed that moral stance or you're just ignoring your morality to get money, one or the other. I don't know. So that would be an example of like sellout, right? Right? But yeah, as far as like doing the risk videos, like I kind of want to like add an extra layer of complexity with talking to chat, but I feel like, I guess a good question is, when you guys like watch a video for like, if you got like, when you guys go to watch, like, I guess I should focus on, I want to focus on, I guess I'm thinking out loud here for like what I want to do creatively with a channel, so might be boring to some, others might find it very interesting, but what I want, so I need to figure, as far as like what I'm doing, I want to figure out what I want the channel to be as a whole. What I want the channel to be as a whole in the short term is people to watch my Territorial video one day, and the next day the same group of people, most of them, to also watch the risk video, and the next day the same group of people to watch, I don't know, whatever geography other video I do, because they all have a interweaving theme of geography and they like them. And then eventually I branch out into other things that, like, okay, Geography people also enjoy military games, so I play some military games. Okay, people that enjoy geography and military and history video games also enjoy strategy, and eventually I branch out and become the guy who just does strategy, and that might be like the limits of how far I can branch out while still maintaining my initial core audience. So I might be the guy who just does like videos and streams on strategy games and some PvP, some single player, and that's kind of the thing. And so the interweaving theme as far as people wanting to watch that would be, if I'm streaming for content, would be, I mean, I think the core theme would be just them wanting to have interesting videos about the strategic elements of the games, right? I mean, why do people watch strategy games? Because they want to kind of like play along with you and think along with you, right? For all those who are like here and who like actively watch the Risk videos, I imagine some of you just have it on as background noise, but I'd imagine most of you probably like to think along, right? When you watch somebody play a strategy game, you're thinking, that's what I do, like, I'm thinking along with them. I watch somebody play a game of Risk, I'm thinking, okay, they spawned here, this guy's probably over here, would I put this here? You know, that's probably how it works, right? Have I seen the new Xenonauts game? I have not. Many of the Risk streamers have chat on, some play offline. Yeah, like, you could definitely make Risk videos off camera. I mean, the way I do them is I do them on camera, on stream. I do the Risk videos on stream, but I kind of mostly don't talk to chat too much. I mostly focus on the game, so I might as well be doing them off camera for the most part, right? But I'm also thinking not in terms of, like, most of the other Risk content creators do just Risk for the most part. I'm trying to figure out an interweaving theme that will get people to watch the Territorial over to the Risk, over to that. And the question is, how much of a place does chat and interacting with chat have in that? Could that be the interweaving theme that gets people to watch from one game to another to another? Is that they enjoy, I mean, first of all, people will only click if it's either the game's interesting to them, or they just know you're going to be hilarious. Or maybe, because, like, why would somebody click, if somebody likes Territorial but doesn't like Risk, why would they click Risk? Well, they just wouldn't. Unless there's some other interweaving theme, i.e. like talking chat. It's like, I don't know. Something to think about, I guess. Bold of you to assume, I think. That's funny. Also, sorry if you heard me clear my throat a little bit. I muted the mic. I think I muted it a little bit early. Sorry. Sip of water. Some in the Risk audience want to be educated. Some want to be entertained. Yeah. And I think as far as getting people wanting to watch from one game to another, my target audience should be the people that want to be entertained. I don't want to be the guy that makes tutorials for Risk, or the guy that makes tutorials for Territorial. I want to be the guy that entertains. I do find it weird to consider my content as entertaining, because when I think of entertainment, I think of like multi-million-dollar movies and, you know, comedians standing up doing hilarious shows. And honestly, like, this comes down to my core feeling of, like, I don't understand why I've gotten this little small dose of success on YouTube that I have. I feel like it's part of me not fully grasping why people watch Territorial so much, and, you know, my commentary of it. I think it's mostly the game. The game just kind of free views. I've seen other content creators, you know, like I've seen some content creators out there right now that are like, you know, they got like a couple hundred subs and they're getting like hundreds of views per videos. And even though they themselves, you might hear some car noise in the background, neighbors starting their car. Even though they themselves are like clearly just starting on YouTube and they've got like very little experience on commentary and whatnot, yet they still manage to get views. So Territorial is basically a game that just kind of gets free views just on YouTube, at least, just because it's very easy. The game is very easy to come up with a title and thumbnail that just like catches people's interest. Something about seeing like here's this map and there's like 10 different countries all fighting each other, and there's something about that really like gets the interest of people that enjoy geography and world conquest games and things like that, and it's just kind of like free views. And the reason why I'm like one of the higher, more popular Territorial guys just because I just made more videos on it than anybody else at a time when spamming volume for it was very effective. If somebody were to replicate my spam volume strategy now, it wouldn't work as well just because at this point, like the reason it worked well, putting out 20 to 30 videos a day worked out well back then is because there was like no videos on the game. There's a huge gap. Now there's thousands of videos out there for Territorial, so spamming out, doing the spamming volume strategy doesn't work because there was a shortage of videos back then and there isn't now. So people wanting to succeed now need to either one, find a different game, or two, just do quality that surpasses that of Drew Nils, who's, you know, kind of dominating the market quality-wise. You struggle to watch risk games. Struggle to watch risk games. Yeah, and that's comes down to like the visual medium being slow, and that's why I try to like do the or MW. When it comes to struggling to watch risk games, are you referring to watching them edited or watching them live? Called looking down on yourself. Oh, me like not understanding why people watching me? Nah, I don't know if I can think of it as looking down on myself. I just think of it as me just not. It's more of me not understanding the viewer base that I've stumbled into. If I because back in the day I tried to have humor being my thing, even though like IRL I'm a kind of like I'm sometimes funny if I actually try to be, but I'm not like a naturally hilarious person. I crack the occasional joke. Now I've actually tried to steer away from humor as being my thing as a content creator now, simply because it's not my strong suit. I'm trying to play towards my strong suits. Like I can be funny a little bit here and there, but I'm not consistently funny enough to have like my whole thing being funny. So I don't even bother as humor is my thing. But I am extremely good at like what I'm doing right now, where I'm like kind of thinking things out, and you know, some of you are probably interested of like trying to follow along when I'm thinking out, trying to figure it out with me. That is how I am all day, every day. My brain just never stops trying to think and figure things out. So for me to be able to, like, the most important thing is from content is consistency. If you're the funny guy, you need to be funny in every single video. So who does well at that? People who are just naturally cracking jokes all day, every day. Me? No, I crack like 1 or 2 jokes a day. That's kind of it. But me, somebody who is always constantly trying to think and figure things out naturally, is just what my brain naturally does, that I have a natural talent for. It's a common natural talent. Lots of people do this. I'm just also one of them. So it makes sense to have my content be focused around that, right? The entertainment derives from understanding the human in the video, I think. Yeah, there's definitely, and maybe that's part of it. Like I actually saw a video today, and they were explaining like why do people watch YouTube, and one of the things is like to try to like connect to the person, and that's called personality-based content. And part of me wonders, like, should I lean more into personality-based content, or I should try to steer away from it? Because Mr. Beast said that he actually tries to like not insert much of his personality into the video. And if you think about it, when you watch Mr. Beast's video, like what are your takeaways? He talks real loud, and he spends lots of money on his videos. He doesn't actually really reveal a lot about himself or his thoughts or his beliefs in his videos. He mostly just screams and yells, not yells, but like talks in a really loud way so that he enunciates his words clearly so they're easily understood, so that and he then just talks about the video itself. He doesn't actually talk about himself. He talks about what's in the video, and he does it on purpose because personality will only get you so far as content creation. Like if Mr. Beast focuses videos on his personality, he'd be getting like 20 million views per video instead of like 100 million. Still wild success. You can still get really far with it. In fact, most content creators do personality-based content and get pretty far with it. And I wonder for myself, when it comes to like when you're doing streams, like the personality is just going to come through. You're just talking nonstop. Like my personality is coming through right now. When I make my videos, should I also do personality-focused stuff, or should I try to be like just talk about the game and make them interested in the game? Which I kind of did a lot with Territorial, not always, but a lot. It worked pretty well. But the problem is, I've by doing when your content is focused on games, and you have no personality, why would somebody watch CG Plays Risk as well as Territorial? if they don't care about risk. They never watched CG Plays Territorial because of CG Plays. For the most part, they just watched it because of like if my territorial IO videos are based on the game itself and not on my personality, if the appeal is the game itself, why do they watch my risk videos? Unless if they don't like risk, right? I feel like I'm going on like a long rant. We've been talking about this a long time. I should probably start playing risk, right? I watch mainly because your commentary chill vibes. I watch Territorial for the smoothing voice and the story of a man's struggle to conquer the world. Looking down on yourself is a good bodybuilder term. You look smaller to yourself, looking down than you do to others, so you don't see what the audience sees. Yeah, I guess I get the point you're trying to say there. Yeah, that makes sense. Sorry about reading these messages like way late. I get my tangents right. I guess looking down on yourself is kind of like I guess not seeing what the other people see. I guess let me think. What do people see when they see my content? I mean, it depends which video they see. I had a nasty comment today. Somebody left on one of my older videos where I complained or got negative or something because I started losing, and oh boy, they did not like the fact. I get these messages a lot on the older videos where like, that's why I've tried to like stop complaining. Like I naturally get frustrated when I'm losing Territorial and complain whatever. I've just started deleting those matches and don't even upload them anymore because I'm just tired of getting comments of people being like, boo, I don't like it when you whine and complain when you're losing. And I get it, like, you know, if you whine or complain too much, it's not really very fun to listen to, unless you do it in a funny way. And even then, funny to one person is like cringe and annoying to another. So I understand where the comments are coming from. Don't like them, but I don't like getting them. And the thing is, like that video that the guy complained about, that had an above average like to dislike ratio. That was actually like an above average video on my channel as far as popularity goes. And it was a successful video, but, you know, one man's trash, another man's treasure kind of thing, right? Life is Roblox. Edited. It's the MMO turn-based that disengages me, waiting you if you make a move. Lives not so much, but still a bit present. Okay, so MW likes the edited. Wait, so you like the edited? Is that right? So you like the edited ones, but you don't like the you have a harder time watching it live because I'm spending half my time just waiting for them to take their turns, and that makes perfect sense to me. That makes perfect sense to me because a lot of it is just like there's nothing happening. I'm not actively doing anything. I'm just talking about what they might do or whatever's going on in chat, and it's kind of hard to watch because a lot of times there's that makes perfect sense to me that like live risk is harder to watch than edited risk because there's just nothing happening. It's just me talking about like, all right, it's the white player's turn. It's a 2-minute turn timer, if I can talk, and nothing's happening, right? What's your favorite map in Territorial? I don't know. Probably one of like the I like easy wins. That I know maybe it's not a positive thing, but I am that PvP gamer who enjoys easy wins. That's you know, sometimes I enjoy a good challenge, but most of the time I just want to win, and I don't want to work too hard for it. I just want to win and feel good about myself. Maybe that's a personality flaw, but you know, not every time I play a PvP game am I looking for I want the ultimate challenge, and I don't care if I lose 10 times. Sometimes I just want to win, man. Sometimes I just want an easy win and feel good. And so the maps I like most on Territorial are the ones that give easy wins, which is usually the less popular ones because there's less people in them. And if there's 10 people in a lobby, you're much more likely to win much more often than if you're playing in a lobby that has 200 people in it. So I like the less popular maps like Pond and Swamp and Desert because you win much more often on them because there's less people playing them typically. Mr. Beast does show personality though. I mean, maybe he shows a little bit. Like, if your face is on there, you're going to show a little bit, obviously. But like, this is like This is me quoting him. He is the one who said that personality only gets you so far, and that he doesn't actually show that much of his personality in his videos. He's the one who said that. I'm getting that from him. So if you want to argue him with that, that's fine. But I'm like, this is from Mr. Beast's mouth himself, saying that like, personality can get you pretty far, but like it has a ceiling as far as like how broad and large of an audience it can reach. He's the one who said that. I was just regurgitating what he said. If you disagree with that, take it up with him. There's 2 different contents at once. One's you commentating, the other's winning and playing. Yeah. I want to learn how to conquer the world. Start playing. Pepsi plays, every time you come in here, you irritate me. I tend to commentate on the other player moves in Risk when it's their turn and try and guess their rank. Yeah, that's what I do as well, is I try, like, as far as like the videos, I'm finding the videos tend to get pretty good retention, the editing, where I kind of like, I talk about what's going on there, moves. Like, I think what's best for the videos is just to kind of keep doing what I've been doing, because it's kind of working. People's, like, I'm getting pretty good, like, view retention just by, like, what I'm doing is working. The question is, if I did the whole thing where I stop and talk to chat a bunch while I was doing it, like, could that work better? I guess that's also the thing. What I'm doing here with Risk is working well for Risk, but will that carry an audience? Will that Risk audience be willing to, like, watch me play something else? Yeah. There's also, like, if my whole thing is going to be a talking, interacting with chat, and talking about life in general, the question is, is that a natural strength, even if that is an effective strategy to carry an audience from one game over to another, and basically, what's the best strategy? I guess what I'm trying to figure out in my brain right here is, what is the best strategy for me to do variety content? What commentary style would be best for me to do variety content? Is it to it's either going to be either just talking exclusively about the game, or bouncing back and forth between talking about the game and talking like chat or talking about life or whatever. And the most important thing would be consistency. The most important thing would be consistency. And the question is, how consistent can I be about talking about life in general and random things while also talking about the game? My personal experience so far has been that I'm not super great at that. If I have chat talking there and they're talking about a bunch of stuff, I can feed off of that a little bit. But is that my natural strength? Is my natural strength being the guy who's like super engaging and interesting, talking about the game, but also talking about other random stuff? I would say probably not. I would say my natural strength, like if I can think of one natural strength I have, it's not being able to carry a conversation about life and this and that and the other. I think my natural strength, my most dominant natural strength, is my ability to, like, I have a mild case of OCD. I can obsess over one thing and just really deep dive on it, like I'm doing right now about this topic right here, and try and like figure it out. I can do this with games, I can do this with ideas and topics and whatever, and that's what I do. I pick one thing and my brain just deep dives on it for like the last 45 minutes, like I've been doing right here. That's what I'm good at. So when it comes to making content based off of that, that's what I should probably lean into, my natural strength of just like obsessing over one thing and deep diving it and doing it. And for streams, that can be a little bit boring. So people that watch streams are probably the people that are like also share that same obsessive deep dive, want to really think deep on something, or people that just enjoy the sound of my voice as background noise while they do their dishes. And I don't always have to obsess on something for 45 minutes straight, right? And then as far as the videos go, I take that like, all right, I played Risk for half an hour and obsessed over what I'm doing and what they're doing. And I edit it down to like a 15, 20 minute video, maybe 10 minute video, whatever, of just like, I repeated myself like 8 times. Like I had this one thought, I repeated it like 3 times here. Well, edit out 2 of it, just show the one. So it's not so repetitive for the casual viewer, and then appeals to a larger, broader audience. And maybe that's probably the best way to go about it, maybe. Lean into my strength. I wasn't saying you're wrong, I meant Mr. Beast is wrong. Gotcha. Can you play Hearts of Iron 4? Maybe someday in the future, but it would be probably many months before I even get around to it. It's going to be weeks, I think, of me probably messing around with Risk till I really master the creation formula, the commentary style, and the editing style in a way that everybody likes and is happy with and I enjoy. And once we have that like solved as far as like what people like and what I enjoy doing, then we start working on other things. I'm getting there though. Like I'm thinking maybe of trying to do an Age of History video the next couple weeks here. And once we get that going, basically I've got Territorial as a solved formula as far as like how I make content for it. I know exactly how I got to do it. I just have to grind till I get the wins. But the commentary style, I know exactly what I'm going to do. Intro, I know it. Editing, none. Risk, I'm getting there to where I'm starting to figure out, okay, this is what works for stream and off stream video. This is the editing. That's getting to the point where it's getting solved. It's not there yet. I still need to work on the commentary or whatever. Once that feels kind of like solved in my brain, as far as like, yep, this is what works, this is what they like, and time to move on to the next thing. Then we'll start working on maybe Age of History 2, because that seems like a easier thing to, an easier game to get into than Hearts of Iron 4. Hearts of Iron 4 is like man, that game is that's a very cerebral game. That's not a very. It's got a steep learning curve. It's got a steep learning curve. I do think eventually I may need to get Hearts of Iron 4 on the docket of games I make content for, but it will be like months from now because that's a big task for me creatively to figure out how the heck to... First I gotta learn the game, then I gotta learn how the heck do I like make it interesting from a commentary and editing perspective, which is not gonna be easy because that game is esoteric AF, if you know what I'm saying. Analysis is your strength, hence the commentary. I like that. I like the word analysis specifically. I'm actually going to write that down. Because I've just been saying figuring things out is my strength. Actually, analysis slash figuring things out is my strength. It's my strongest natural talent, yes. Oh, this is a great song. I love this one. What was this one called? It's called Icelandic Arpeggios? 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 That's what it is. It's by DivKid, D-I-V-K-I-D, for those of you who want to check the artist out, because nice little song they got there. Alright. Man, I've been talking a lot at the start of the stream. Honestly, if you guys don't mind me talking for like an hour at the start of the streams, I don't have a problem doing that sometimes. I enjoy a little talking here. I want response. I waited 40 minutes for a second time saying it. Response to what? Keep in mind, sometimes I intentionally ignore things because they're a question I get asked too much or because I just didn't want to answer it. I like when you go off on tangents, streams of thought, then burn someone else's moves with comedic quips and insults. I think that's why strategy games are popular for you. It's geography, but it's also the analysis and commentary goes so well with it. Yeah, I think you're right there, Floyd. I think also I appreciate you guys being here, to hang out, talk with me. Like I love that you like. There's actually I don't know how many of you. I imagine a lot of people have clicked on and clicked off the stream because he's just talking, not playing the game. But for those of you who are actually like here with me, like engaged in this conversation and also enjoying like figuring out with me, I appreciate you guys. I love that I'm not the only one who does this. You'll interrupt yourself to do what? I'll interrupt myself to do it? To do what? Bro, it's 50 minutes since it started? Yeah, it has. I should probably start playing Risk. It has been a while. You should try plaguing. You know, like, there are some people that enjoy this deep dive thinking with me, but there's also a lot, like Irene, who are like, oh my god, just shut up and play the game already. Like, I get it. I get it. I love Age of History 2, but it ends up crashing for me. Oh, it's a game that crashes a lot? I need to be aware of that then. I enjoy hearing your struggles / questions of the creative process. It's healthy. Yeah, I find it's usually a mixed audience. I find that there are, like, it's very, like, a lot of the things I do tend to be very polarizing, which actually for a content creator is a good thing. Basically, as a content creator, one of the best things you can do is be polarizing, in, like, a positive way. Don't, like, be polarized in a way that, like, you're doing horrible things. No. I mean, be polarizing that, like, some people love your sense of humor, and some people hate it. Like, some people, their sense of humor is, like, they're really loud, and they yell into the mic really loud, like. Some people hate that. Some people love that. You know, if I got up real close to the mic and did this, I didn't get really loud there, but it probably distorted my voice there. Some people think that that's hilarious if done it the right way in the right time. Other people are like, ew, gross, I don't like the way that sounds. That's polarizing. Some people love it, some people hate it. Some people stick around for more of it, some people click off the video. As a content creator, that's one of the best things you can do, is be polarizing in a way where, like, your fans love it, and the people that don't like it are like, alright, that's not my thing, I don't hate you for it, but, whatever. Like, that's a great thing to be, really. But it does have the downside of, like, if you're polarizing in kind of like a gross way, you'll get a lot of hate, really. The only way you can get to work properly is modding it. Really? Age of History 2 is that problematic? What are you playing on, Steam? Verify files and properties, and more often than not fix crashing games. Try Call of War? Call of War. Alright, I'll mark that down on the list of things to check out. I'm always trying to keep an eye on what history, geography, military games you guys enjoy watching and playing. That way I can have ideas of games I should try in the future, and I can pick whichever is the lowest hanging fruit. One thing I'm learning as a content creator is there is value in low hanging fruit. If you have, like, if there's 4 games your audience really likes watching and playing, and one of them is extremely difficult to make content for, and one's really easy, pick the easy one. I got incredibly lucky. I got so stupidly lucky, so monumentally, overwhelmingly, disgustingly lucky that Territorial was the game I stumbled into to have success because it's so free. I guess in some ways it's a bit unlucky. I mean, getting success at all on YouTube is incredibly lucky, insanely lucky, 1 in a million. Hey, Josh, thanks for the $2. Appreciate that. Thanks so much for the $2, Josh. But like, in some ways, I got really, really lucky. Well, one is getting any success at all, extremely lucky. Being able to turn into a somewhat long-term. It's been a year and a half. I'm still going. That's like long-term by YouTube success. And thanks for the $2. Appreciate that. It's getting it going long-term or like medium-term here is also like really lucky. Being able to keep it going for a little bit. The only way I say I got unlucky as far as like what I stumbled into a niche that I myself don't fully understand, the geography niche. And and that's a little bit unlucky because I was actually aiming for just gaming in general, variety gaming or whatever. And I stumbled into geography instead, which is actually a separate niche. If you go into like the YouTube studio and all my YouTube analytics stuff and look at all the other content creators that people are watching and all the videos of people watching, like 99% of them are not even games. They're geography videos. Like, oh, here's a visual representation of the Roman war happening. Oh, did you know 10 fun facts about the Roman aqueducts? You know, like, oh, here's a 15-minute overview explanation of the last 2 years of this war or whatever. And like, that's what my viewers are watching, which is hard for me to know. Like, it's taking me a long time to figure out what to do with my channel because I don't share the same interests as my own viewers. And that's usually not the case. Most of the time, content creators, like, they have the same interests as their audience. You're like, oh, I make jokes about funny random games because I like making jokes and I like playing funny random games. And then they share the same thing as their viewers. But like, I stumbled into this weird, like, I don't know how rare this is, but I stumbled into this weird situation where I make content on a game because I like the PvP aspect of this video game. When I'm not like lose. I like basically I like winning. I don't like losing. I love Territorial when I'm winning. I hate it when I'm losing. But that's me in any PvP game. Love it when I'm winning. Hate it when I'm losing. Although Risk so far, not really so much. Maybe because I'm still new to it, but I don't really have that problem where like I hate Risk yet or anything like that because when I'm losing in Risk, it feels deserved. It feels like, okay, I got unlucky with a bad start and I can see them probably going to lose this one. Yep, we lost this one. You know, it's maybe because it's so predictable as far as like, okay, I got a bad start. This guy's attacking me early. A bit like it's just like unlucky attack me. I don't know. Maybe it's because I haven't played the game as much. But I have yet to have that experience with Risk where I'm like getting frustrated and angry at the level I do with Territorial and I lose that sometimes. Basically, I'm a sore loser. my biggest problems with why I feel unlucky with Territorial, like I'm very lucky with Territorial as far as like getting my career going here on YouTube. The only ways I feel unlucky about it is that one, I'm a sore loser, so losing the game gets me frustrated. But that's just that's not the game. That's me having a personal character flaw with my own personality that I need to work on and address. Really, so that's not even the game's fault. That's a me issue. And the other thing is the fact that I stumbled into the geography thing. And that's not the game's fault. That's just me weirdly, accidentally, like stumbling into a geography niche that I myself don't really know much about. And I think my best goal here for the channel is to pivot it towards probably just strategy in general. Age of Empires. I actually played Age of Empires before, not on stream or anything or a video, but I played it. Anyways, I've been ranting on 18 different random things, 18 different directions. Even I'm like, okay, it's been an hour of me talking about random things, and I'm I'm over it. I should probably play some Risk now, right? Even I'm like tired of hearing myself talk about random crap that is all over the place, right? Sorry, drink water. Yes, me too. Don't say yes, me too. Don't say yes, me too. I mean, I completely understand, but dang, that's like, that's harsh. That's like your buddy says, "Oh man, I'm ugly. I think I'm ugly," and then you're like, "Yeah, you are." Whoa, whoa, chill, man. What's this? I do not want to take a Valve hardware survey. No, thank you. All right. Why not? Because maybe it's different people have different like rules for like social etiquette. Usually what's considered like, at least from my experience, what's considered like proper social etiquette or whatever is like if somebody is like harsh on themselves or critical on themselves, you're you're not supposed to like join in. Like if somebody's being like, "Oh man, I'm an idiot. I'm a big stupid dum-dum because I made a big stupid dum-dum mistake in this video game." You're not supposed to then you're not supposed to then like repeat that and be like, "Yeah, you are dumb. Yeah, you are stupid, big dumb idiot in that game." That's usually considered like rude. It's like it's one of those things where like it's okay for the person to, you know, trash talk themselves, but like for you to then join in and reiterate what they said and pile on with it is kind of like usually considered to be like a social no-no. I mean, people do it. So it honestly depends what circle you have. One thing I've learned over the years is that different people have different rules for social etiquette. You can have one circle of friends where like it's a-okay for everybody. Like if one dude calls himself stupid, that's a-okay for everybody else to join in on piling in on him and dogging on him, and that's just like considered fine in that social circle. Whereas in other social circles, that's considered like extremely rude to do. So it just depends who you hang out with, really. But you're supposed to support their opinions. Oh my God, you're wrong. Well, see, that's another thing as well. Like everybody has their own different rules, and when it comes to like supporting, like when you're supposed to support your friends and your significant others, you're supposed to support their values and their beliefs, but you're also supposed to not like let's. It's one of these things where like social skills and social interactions, it's very nuanced. It's like there are exceptions to most rules in life, social rules and otherwise. There is a general social rule that you're supposed to support your friends and loved ones and their values and beliefs and their opinions, whatever. You're supposed to like back them up. That's a general rule. There is an exception where, I mean, this is an exception for most social circles, not all of them though, but an exception is if somebody is, you know, like hating on themselves and trash talking themselves and beating themselves up. That would be an exception. You know, if somebody is walking around calling themselves stupid, dumb, and ugly, that is a thing where you don't support that opinion. You actually contradict that opinion. Be like, no. Hey man, don't be so hard on yourself. You're all right. You're cool. You're chill. No, don't beat yourself up. You're all right. So most of the time you want to support people's opinions. Not all the times. I don't know if it's pre-recorded. It's clearly not. I'm literally talking with chat. Can you start it now? Yes. I get it. You want me to start Risk? I know. Tell chat to stop having interesting conversations with me if you want the game to start quicker. I'm really enjoying this new style of content for an hour on stream. There's no gameplay. I'm sorry. I normally start. This is the longest I've gone without actually starting the gameplay. Stop having such good, interesting conversations with me, chat. Stop being such fun, interesting, and engaging people to talk with if you want me to start the game sooner. I'm just kidding. You're great. I'm teasing. And for those of you who lacks the ability to like read social nuances, I'm clearly being like playfully complimentary of you guys right there. I have to be very careful because there are literally people, like most people understand the banter I'm talking about. What I've learned as a content creator is that like I don't mean this in like an insulting way. I don't mean this in a derogatory way, but autistic people do exist, and some of them do watch streams, and for, you know, there will be usually one or two people in your viewer base who are somewhere on the spectrum and who just don't really understand social subtlety and nuances, and who take everything you say at literal face value. So you kind of have to like make a joke and be playful with the people who understand it, and then afterwards you have to explain it for the one or two guys in chat who just don't get it. So that's why I'm always like preferencing explaining things. No talking, only talking stream. Yeah. This is relaxing. Hey, glad you enjoy it. I mean, I could just do just chatting streams. I mean, just talk chat, things I run out of things to talk about usually pretty quickly. Why are we talking in German? Why are we talking in German? Why are we talking in German? I'm autistic, am I right though? Yeah. And like, yeah, exactly. Like, that's why I prefaced I don't mean it as like an insult or anything like that. And like, you know, I have a mild case of OCD. So what does that mean for me? You know, and like, I feel like, I don't think I'm autistic, but I think that some of the behaviors I have because of OCD, some people, like for me, like the thing about autism is it makes social interaction kind of like weird because they have a hard time reading people. I feel I don't have autism, but I have OCD. And for me, that makes social interaction with most people kind of tricky and difficult because for most people, you talk about a topic and then you get bored of talking about it after like 5 minutes or less, and then you move on to something else. My OCD brain wants to talk about the same thing for an hour straight, hence what we've been doing here at the start of the stream here. And most people, it makes social interaction with me, with most people, difficult because I'm incredibly boring to talk to. I'm incredibly boring to talk to because they don't want to talk. Like, I want to talk about one thing like for an hour straight, really deep dive analyze it. And most people are like, bro, I don't care. I want to talk about sports or beer or play a game, you know? Kind of thing, right? I think we're all slightly autistic in different ways. Honestly, I think you might there might be some validity to that statement. First of all, I think the autism has actually, I saw a chart the other day, maybe like a month ago, of like the percentage of the population that is autistic has raised from like 6% up to like 13% or something in the last like 20, 30 years. I forget the chart, but like the percentage of the population that's autistic has been on the rise. I don't know why that is. I mean, maybe because we're literally, we set off all kind of, did you know that like 100 years ago, there was no radiation in the atmosphere? Now we're all just living and existing in very small amounts of radiation because of all the nuclear bombs we set off. And there's also like microplastics in all the food we eat. You know, like you're drinking water, you're eating food, there's like microplastics that we're just all consuming all the time because all the plastic we made over the years has been gradually breaking down, and now it's just like in everything. Like you're in your body, there's like little bits of plastic moving around all now, and like that's just, and I'm just wondering, and apparently there was like a problem with like lead in the water like decades ago, so like anybody over a certain age has like mild amounts of brain damage from like the lead they consume just from drinking tap water or whatever. So like I think like the way we've lived and operated in the world as like as a society, like it's affecting our brains. it's affecting our brains. I feel like, you know, people like me with obsessive compulsive disorder, or like I like to say a mild case of it. Some would argue it's not so mild. I think it's mild. I think people like me were probably extremely rare back in the day. I think I'm a byproduct of, you know, maybe my mother had too much chemicals or stuff when she was pregnant with me, and it altered the way my brain thinks and operates. I don't know. Because what obsessive compulsive disorder is, they actually understand it pretty well. There is a certain part of your brain that signals to like stop. Like when you lock a door, and like for most people, you lock the door, you hear the click, and a signal in your brain, a little part of your brain fires and goes, okay, we're good. You know, it sends a signal, boom, we're done, and then you move on. The thing about people with obsessive compulsive disorder, that part of the brain that sends that signal telling them, okay, we're done. Door's locked, we heard it clicked, we're good. The door's locked, the click is good, let's move on. The part of the brain that sends that signal doesn't operate as well. Like it doesn't send that signal, like, I forget how it works, it doesn't send it often enough or strong enough. So even though like we heard the click in our ears, the brain doesn't send the signal, so I'll lock it, then I'll lock it again, signal fires weakly again. After I've locked it 10 times, and that part of my brain has sent the signal like it's locked, it's locked. I guess for most people, think of it this way: you have a part of your brain that's shouting at you, it's locked. And for people with OCD, it's whispering it. So we had to like lock it 10 times before we heard the whisper 10 times, and it finally builds up enough to be like, okay, it's locked, and we move on. That's basically what OCD is. And what that is, that's a defective brain. My brain in that regard is defective. It's now in the modern world that we live in, that actually can come in kind of handy. Like the reason I kind of do all right on YouTube is because I obsess over data. Most people with normal functioning brains, they look at the YouTube analytics, look at it for 5 minutes. Okay, there's the views I got. This is the reach I got. This is the impressions we got. Great. me with OCD, I'll look at that 10 times as much, and I'll look at 10 videos and cross compare those 10 videos and just go on for like, it'll take me 3 hours before my brain sends a signal, okay, we're good. Whereas most people will look at analytics for 20 minutes before this sends a signal to the brain they're good, and that's why. Hey, Crazy Mad Guy, thank you for the 5. Hi, can't stay because at work, have a good stream. Hey, thanks so much for the 5 euros there. I gotta figure out if it's pounds or euros. 5 euros there. Hearts and chat for Crazy Mad Guy. Appreciate that. Hope you have a good day at work. But yeah, but basically that's a breakdown of OCD in a nutshell. I don't know if I've gotten on a side tangent. You'd be loved by the kids as a teacher. The thing is, I don't want to be a teacher because at least in America, spoilers, I live in America. The teachers are treated very, very poorly here. Like a lot of teachers literally like, I love teaching, but we're treated so badly, I'm going to switch to a different profession. Like we have a shortage of teachers right now in this country because like collectively as a society, we have treated our teachers very, very poorly. And now we are paying the price for all these years of treating our teachers poorly. And now that nobody wants to be a teacher. And there's a massive shortage of teachers. And there's a reason why our kids are so very poorly educated. Let's keep it English only in chat, please. English only in chat, please. All right. I think we've. Can you chat for another hour? Easily, but I should not. I should start playing the game. I always try to teach teachers the utmost respect. Always have. That's a positive thing. That's a good thing. All right. I should really start. 9. 9. No. Je vais parler seulement français. Pas d'anglais. Ha ha ha. I can speak a different language too. How's it feeling? You can't understand what I'm saying. How's it feel when you can't understand what I'm saying? The one guy here speaks French. He's like, huh, I know what he said. I took French in high school. I know what he said. I took French in high school. That's why I can speak a little bit of French. Go to Norway. I would love to live somewhere other than America for 2 reasons. I mean, for like a good country. 2 reasons. One, I want to live somewhere that has universal health care because eventually, someday, decades from now, I will be an old person and old people need health care. And I would rather live somewhere that has universal health care. And as opposed to somewhere where like, ha ha ha, oh, you got cancer, you owe the doctors $1 million, enjoy poverty for the rest of your life. That's America. If you get too sick, it can literally bankrupt you. That sucks. That sucks. I mean, if you have great health insurance and you have lots of money, the American healthcare is actually pretty good. But for the rest of us who don't have amazing healthcare, who don't have tons of money, we're one medical emergency away from poverty. And that sucks. I'd rather live somewhere that has a universal, my personal preference. I'm not saying this is right or wrong for everybody in the world. I'm saying my personal preference is I would like to live somewhere where if I get sick, I don't have to worry about also... if I get sick, I want being sick to be the only thing I have to worry about. I don't have to worry about being sick and losing everything I've ever saved up my entire life and getting a bunch of medical bills in debt. I'd rather live somewhere with universal health care, which is not America. I want to live somewhere that has like a universal healthcare and like a good healthcare system. I understand that some universal healthcare systems have like really long waiting times or whatever. I get it. And also, I would like to live in a country that is not the murder capital of the world. I would like to live in a country where you don't have to worry about your kids getting shot in school. That sucks. That sucks. I don't want to have kids in America. I don't want to have kids in this country. I don't want to live in fear of my kid getting murdered in kindergarten. I am sorry. If you love America and never want to leave, that's great. Happy for you. Me, I am like somebody who's very paranoid about like like, oh, there's only a 1 in 10,000 chance your kid is one of the ones that gets killed in school. That's too high. It should be 0. The number should be 0. There should be a 0% chance of your kid getting shot in school. It should, like, a country where a 1 in 10,000 or a 1, even if it's 1 in a million, oh, there's only a 1 in a million chance your kid's one of the ones that gets shot in school. Still too high. It should be 0. Am I out of line here? Am I wrong? Am I so far out of line to think that the number of kids getting killed in school should be 0? There should be a 0.000 repeating forever % chance of your kid getting shot to death in school. It should be 0. And I want to live in a country where that number is as close to 0.00000 as possible. Am I out of line? Am I out of line? Am I out of line? I don't think so. I think it's a pretty fair thing to want. I think it's a pretty fair thing to want to be able to have kids, if I ever choose to have kids, to have them in a country where I don't have to live in fear of them getting murdered by some psycho with a gun. Just saying. Rant over. Moving on. All right, Yassine Abbasi. Let's not go there. We're not. I try to keep the channel away from politics and anything controversial. I try to keep the channel away from. And what Yassine is talking about there is like a controversial stance. Some people are very for that. Some people are very against that. We're not going to touch that. That's controversy. The reason I felt safe talking about the whole wanting universal health care, and wanting, kids not get shot in school, because that is very, like, if you can't get on board with that, WTF. That, like, I feel like this, like those two things I just pointed out are non-controversial. I feel like those are non-controversial. I feel like everybody, regardless of your political or religious beliefs, are on board with the idea of, hey, yeah, living in a world where you can get treatment for your sick without getting, kicked into poverty, and living in a world where you don't have to worry about your kids getting shot in school. I think those are things everybody can get on board with. Like, there are certain things, there's certain stances as far as like the reality of the world that we live in that everybody is on board with. And that's why I felt safe saying those things. But as far as like, if we start again, like, what's his name, trying to bring up LGBTQ, we're not touching that. I'm not revealing my stance on that one way or another. We're not talking about that, because then it just becomes like a fight. It's an argument that you have the people against it, and the people for it, and then they're fighting, and it's ugly and it's gross, and we're not here for that. This is a gaming channel. We're here to play video games. Like Glob said, play the game. And I guess it's my fault for talking about the shootings and the healthcare stuff, because as soon as people think shootings and healthcare, then they think politics, and they want to bring in other political controversial crap. And I guess it's my fault. I guess I'm not even allowed to talk about like the safe stuff, because then that encourages people to talk about other political stuff. So note to self, don't even talk about that stuff. Don't even talk about like the stuff that everybody agrees on. Moving on. All right, my bad. Lesson learned. Get a sip of water and moving on. Politics are very risky to talk about. Yeah. I mean, you can build a career talking about politics, but that's not my thing. I actually don't really know that much about politics. I honestly don't know that much, which is my fault for just not taking time to get informed. But anyways, moving on. Yes, play. Also English only, please there. Why do people keep saying go to Germany? All right. Enough. It's been an hour and like 18 minutes. What am I doing with my life? I mean, if you guys enjoy to hear me talk about random stuff, I could do just talking streams. I just need to actually label them as just talking streams, just chatting rather. I could do just chatting streams. Like, how many people are here watching this right now? I've got 53 concurrent viewers. I haven't even played the game yet, so clearly there is a market for just chatting. I could do that like every once in a while. Have a stream where I do like, hey, let's just chat. I'm sure some people actually enjoy that, because clearly I haven't played. It's been an hour and 18 minutes. I haven't played the game, and 50 people are here. So some people do, in fact, like hearing me talk about random stuff. But I've actually kind of run out of stuff to talk about. And let's move on here a little bit. All right. Please play Risk. Yes. I'm getting to it. Water. Start playing the game. Let's get a lobby here. Let's get it cooking. Nice little song here. What about? Find a lobby. Get into Risk here, and I need to take executive control and just stop reacting to chat. I used to react and respond to everything chat said back in the day. And today I've clearly fallen into that old habit, and I need to break that and start playing the game. In order to meet, I'm not somebody who's good at multitasking, playing a game and talking chat at the same time. And sometimes I get caught up talking to chat, and today I got really caught up. It's been an hour and 20 minutes of me just talking chat. Honestly, I've enjoyed it, and I think some of you enjoyed it as well, but it is labeled a risk stream. Oh, you don't need to feel bad about not joining in the conversation. That's completely fine. Like I would say the vast majority of people who watch streams, also those of you who are wanting the risk, I'm looking for a lobby. I'd say the vast majority of people who, want, or the vast majority, see, I'm trying to as soon as I'm trying to scroll through lobbies and talk at the same time, I'm like stumbling and muttering. The vast majority of people who watch streams listen to the background. That's just kind of normal and expected, and like accepted as being fine. Like, don't worry about it. Like, if you want to watch and never talk and chat at all, like, that's cool. Like, that's fine. That's vibe. I'm not worried about that. In fact, some of my favorite viewers are the ones who just kind of chill out and don't talk at all. Don't be wrong. So, like, I enjoy the chatters as well, but like knowing that somebody can watch the stream and enjoy it without feeling the need, like, I think that's great. I like that. Basically, there's three types of people that, you know, I have feelings towards. There's people that talk and chat in a way that I enjoy, and I appreciate that. There's people that don't even talk at all, that just enjoy listening, and I appreciate that too. And then there's people that talk in a way that is annoying. That I don't enjoy. Like the people that come in and spam like 10 messages every 3 seconds, and they just flood the chat with like, play Roblox CG, 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 play Roblox CG. That's annoying. So there's people that chat, and like, who's an easy example for someone who chats in a way I enjoy? Probably Floyd Pulley. Floyd Pulley comes in pretty regular. They always, every time they say a message, it's always something that's like, you know, well thought out. And, you know, I have never had a message from Floyd in chat that like has bothered me. Not once. Like they understand the way my brain thinks and operates, and they know how to talk and interact with me in a way that's not going to like bother me. You know, they've got a read on me. The people that like are annoying in chat are like the kid who comes in and just spams play Roblox 15 times because they don't understand that that's annoying to the other person. You know, they're like that little kid who hasn't learned, you know, social skills yet, basically. But yeah, or the person who comes in and like, I mean, obviously like the trolls are annoying. You know, nobody likes trolls, right? I think I can play ranked. All right, got a lobby here. Why is this so quiet? Got a lobby though. I feel like the game audio is really quiet. All right. Ready, steady, go. I feel like the audio is super quiet in the game audio though. Why can't you chat? You can. I literally just read what you wrote. Alright, the map is world, and we're this white player right here. Hello, that's us. Greetings and hello. Let's see what we can do here. Let's do a nice little match. Hey, Floyd, thank you for the 5. Got to take kids to group. Alright. Hey, no problem. Happy to say kind words. Have fun taking kids to group. See you in a bit, if I'm still here. I might be, probably. Alright, if I'm the magenta player, I am not loving my start. They only have 3 in South America. They just put 3 up here in Europe, so they might be trying to go for a Europe play, but they don't have a strong claim towards anything. They could have actually, you know what? They could have gone for Australia, but they seem to be choosing kind of not to. Oh, now they're going to fortify out. They're actually leaving South America. If I was them, I would have gone for Australia. If it wasn't for that green 4, I'd have a pretty strong position for North America. Green might actually go for Australia now that Magenta's leaving. I'm going to try for North America, so I'm going to stack these 3 troops right here. I can also try for Africa, but North America seems like a stronger one, because aside from Green's stance there, I'm looking really strong up there. So let's go ahead and get ourselves in there if I can click my button properly. And then we're going to fortify. I guess we can try like work our other troops up in there somehow through one way or another, but we've got a fairly decent claim on North America already here. If I'm the blue player, I got to see these 7 troops over here in South America I can use to claim South America with not too much competition. And I guess they have 7 troops up here, but there's a lot of fighting over there. I think their best play is for South America here. I'm really surprised that Magenta did not go for Australia. They had 7 troops there. They had a strong play for it. I guess they were worried about this 3 here and green 6 here. Yeah, green definitely should go for Australia. We will take the alliance with blue, because why not? All right, blue takes a little hit over there on Peru from Brazil. Okay. Oh, my headphones are bugging out. That's why everything seems so quiet. All right, my headphones are kind of glitching a little bit. 4 troops on India from green there. Okay. And I imagine they're going to take that and slam through here and try and get Australia in 1 turn? No, they're going to take a 2 with a 1. What a strange and interesting play from them. And yeah, there it is. They lost 3 troops, not too bad. If they get lucky in their rolls, they can actually grab this turn. Instead, they attack upwards. That makes no sense, unless they're trying to fortify this 5 down. Yeah, that makes sense. They're trying to fortify that 5 down there. Okay, that makes sense. They're not going to claim it this turn. They're going to lay claim to it with that 5 to protect even better. Magenta getting a nice little grab there in South America for their card grab, and probably just going to stack some troops somewhere and wait for their turn. A little fortify, maybe they're going to do a stack here and a stack here. Green is leaving North America, so I will eventually work on claiming that. First, for now, I'm going to stack some more troops here and just kind of give them a path to go out through the side. I won't worry about taking it too quickly. And anything I can fortify around here? Maybe this 2 over 2, this 7. Now, blue could grab South America this turn. They might be scared of this 8 right here. Maybe I should move that away somewhere. How'd they stack over there? Oh, because they're going to try and connect this up to this and maybe get through there. I am going to need to move out of their way, I think. I think that would probably be a smart thing for me to do. Get that 8 out of their way so they can go through there and leave me be. Maybe that 8 attacks that 2. How am I going to get my 8 up into here? Honestly, to get my 8 through there, I'd probably attack the 2 and then the 1 and then fortify it in a single turn. Because we're not going to get it through there. It's a really long way to get it through over here. So yeah, attack once, attack twice, and then fortify it up to there. And we got the 8 up in here, and we're out of blue's way so they can get in, and blue's not going to be mad at me for blocking them for South America. And green just had an unlucky turn down there when magenta laughed at them. I wasn't paying attention, but they had some negative things happen over here in Australia for them. They can still take it with this 6 and get it in 1 turn. No, they're going to wait a little bit. They're patient. Magenta puts 2 over on Ural and 1 over on Great Britain. They're going to take that 9. They're pointing that 9 at that 7, which is weird. I think they're trying to communicate to blue that they want them to move that 7 out of the way. Why would they want them to move that 7 out of the way? Maybe magenta wants Europe, and they're trying to communicate to blue to get out of Europe. I don't want, which is concerning for me, because I don't want them to be, I'm going to stack over here just to be like, hey, don't come in here. And we're going to go ahead and I just make an even stronger claim here for North America. I don't want to attack, I don't love attacking 2 in 1 turn, but we're going to. I lost a lot of troops doing that, unfortunately, but we are going to just really make a very strong claim to North America and just discourage blue and anybody else from getting in there. The more troops I have in there, the less they're going to want to get up in there. Now I've made it even freer for blue to get South America, and I'm out of their way. If I was blue, just take this. Stack 3 right here, hit that. They said they stack 3 on that 10. What a weird play. I mean, they can still get out South America if they want to. Hopefully they go to the right and leave. They are taking that stack out there. They've taken the hint from Magenta, and they're getting out of Magenta's way. But Magenta's got that 3 in there. And they're going to take South America. That's a good play on their part. Yes. Get out of their way. Yep. And we can do a little trust exercise with, yeah, if they leave 1 there, like me and them, we're the homies. Like, I won't stack there. We're the buddies. You can have South America. I'll get North America. And we're chilling and we're vibing. And they did fortify the rest of their troops from here over to here. 13 troops on the Middle East. They did attack their 3 stack to get out, but they are now leaving Europe for Magenta. I need to get this out of there as well. I guess I could try to push up through here eventually. Or I could just, I mean, by the time it pushes it through, it's already lost all the troops here and here. So it's kind of just ignore it and leave it be, really. It's not worth my effort to get it out. Actually, I guess I could, ooh, green finally gets Australia over here. I guess I could just have this attack here and here, act like I'm moving out, but really I'm just taking your troops down so you don't get that 12 troop bonus. If they have 12 territories there, 12 territory bonus, if they have 12, they get an extra troop as opposed 4 instead of 3. I guess it'd be 6 instead of 5 since they have South America there. And green fortifies 2 troops over here to Siam. Oh, but they're blocked. That 8 stack can't attack any troops. You are stacking your stuff back there, huh? Magenta's doing a 2-point hold here. I don't like what they're doing here. It seems like they're wanting to connect their 8 over to here, but they were trying to do it through my territory. So in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stack 11 troops here, and I'm going to block them access into Europe. I don't want their big stack in here blocking my Europe. No, thank you. I'm actually going to fortify a couple of these troops over to here. I want to discourage Magenta from trying to get into North America. Now, they could come in through here and block me this way. It would not be hard for them at all. It seems like Magenta might want to deny me from getting North America. That might be their play, which would be bad for both of us because, I mean, what's best for both of us? They should be going for Europe. I get North America. Both of us are getting +5s. This guy's getting only +2. You're only getting +2. Like, realistically, I don't understand this at all. They should move this over towards here to try and get Europe. Their Europe is basically free right now. And that would be really good for them. And me get, like, this makes no sense, them trying to posture on my board of North America up there. I don't understand what they're doing. Alright, so green stacks 4 back here, trying to protect Australia even stronger. And they'll use this stack over here to get some troops somewhere, okay? They might be fighting you for Africa, which is fine. If Magenta can wise up and realize they need to get themselves over to here, I think that'll be better for us. Maybe if I offer them an alliance, they will calm down and be like homies? Blue could actually just take... Oh, they accept the alliance. Fantastic. They took the alliance. I'll give them a heart, and maybe that'll like get them to not try and fight me for North America. Just stay out of North America. It's mine. It's mine. Why are you fighting me for it? Attack green? Do I want to attack green right now? Sure. I'll give a thumbs up to that, and I'll attack these green territories here, trying to claim my North America. I would love if they get that stack away from my border. That right there, that is an aggressive posture right there. You better be moving that away from my border. I'll tell you that right now. They're pointing at my 4 stack. All right, so I will take that 4. Oh, he wants my 4 stack to attack that 2 stack. I can do that. I can do that. That's fine. Yeah, yep. Okay. I got you. They want my 4 to attack that 2. Sure. As long as you don't come to my North America, I'm into it. I'm down for that. I will help you out as long as you get your stuff there. Okay, good. They moved away from my border. All right, fantastic. I will oblige what you want here. First, we'll stack these here. And I'll attack green like they want me to. And then, I guess, let's just go ahead and get these troops softened up here. There we go. Hopefully blue doesn't mind that. Give them a heart there. And give them a heart here. Just hopefully blue's not too mad about that. I hope they understand what I was trying to do. Let's leave a few over here. You might hear a car engine driving outside. My neighbors have noisy vehicles, and it will pick up on the mic sometimes. And then we fortify these troops out from here, and we have North America with a decent hold. 6, 5, and 5 on that 3-point hold. If we can hold it, we got a nice little bonus for ourselves. We only have 28 troops compared to your 37, so we're pretty low on troops, but we should be able to catch up pretty soon. Blue stacks 5 over here on the Middle East, and they are now working to claim Africa here, so everybody has a +5 bonus. except for green. That car outside is still going, so you might still hear that. Where are they going to fortify this to? Hopefully not to my border here. Alright, so they stacked 10 troops right here, just trying to like double protect here. They have a trust exercise going with me over here. Okay, that's good. Do you guys hear that car on the microphone? Green putting 3 on Siam, 2 on India. What was your play, sir? Your 3 is not even a guaranteed. They'll probably win. Yeah, okay, get a card right there. Should put a 4 stack there. That way you're guaranteed to get the card. They fortify back. So green is not going to be in a position to eliminate anybody they're blocked off by their own troops. You don't hear a car? Good, thank you. It'll just be like some quiet rumbling in the background. Alright, so I imagine this is the turn where magenta is going to claim Europe and get themselves back. And if I'm green, I'm realizing I'm in a bad position. In a bad situation here. Don't hear anything? Good, thanks for letting me know. They fortify their 12 over there. I get 8 troops on my turn, which is lovely. We have a trust exercise going with these two. They are not stacking on my borders, so I'm not going to stack on their borders. We have a great trust with these guys, a fantastic alliance. I'm a forced card trade on 5 here, so we go ahead. I don't want to use this, but I'm forced to. Forced to use my wild card, unfortunate, but we have no other choice. I didn't have a little dude there to fight with. I'm going to stack everything right here, and we are going to go ahead and attack this to get a card, and that will be the end of our turn. And fortify this 3 over here. And I'll just leave those 5s there. And myself, blue and magenta, we're just homies with each other. We're all just posturing to fight green. Blue stacking is well over there. I've got the biggest stack in one position. That's good. I could try to grab and hold more territory so I can get an extra troop. Maybe that's something I should have done, actually. I could have tried to hold 2 more territories to get 12 bonus. Would have been nice. A little extra troop every turn, right? Ooh, fortified up to my border. Not fully trusting me. Alright, well, let's keep that 5 there. That's fine. The trust only goes so far. Green trades in for 10, desperately trying to protect themselves from elimination. The question is, how do they stop it? They've slammed themselves into Australia, and they didn't really fight you for Africa, and they let us just get these without fighting it. Which, great for us, not so good for them. They attack that blue one right there, okay. Makes so that blue doesn't get an extra bonus on their turn, good. Do I have a trade here? I do not. Alright, they fortify back to here, burying the bulk of their army, and now it's blue's turn. I think we try to hold more territories would be good. Get a few more things under control. If I could get 12 territories and hold them, that's an extra bonus for me, an extra troop. Is it worth it though? Because I have to split my army to hold more, and having all my army in one spot is actually quite useful. Look at that stack there. So we're going to go ahead and stack these right here. I'm actually going to attack Magenta's territory here to break their 12 territory bonus. That way they don't get a huge bonus. We're going to fortify these back. Fortify these back over to here. And now I'm keeping the balance of power so that they don't get an extra troop. Because if neither of these guys attacked one of their territories, they've got a bonus troop. No, I think not. Do I have a card trade on 4? I do. Most of the time you will. Ooh, blue made a mistake attacking right there because they have freed green out of their prison. Oh, not really. They hit there and then they're trapped by that, so not so much actually. Now, if I trade in for an elimination at this point, we all have similar troops. What I really want to do is I want to trade in, use that trade in to eliminate green, and then get enough cards for them. This would actually work because yeah, I trade in. I have 1 card left. I get their 4. That's an immediate forced trade-in, I believe, and that's another trade to replenish troops I spend on them doing so. We could try this turn. The question is the 12 followed by 15, so that's 27 troops from the card trade. Worth it to take out 42? And the answer is probably not. Do we want to wait for another cycle of card eliminations? I don't really know that bonus would be enough value. I mean, I could try to take them out here, and so 27 troops for eliminate 41. You know what? Keep it interesting. We will be the one to eliminate them. I think it's gonna be like a slight net loss, honestly. But between my trade and their trade, because then these guys get even bigger bonuses in their trades. But just to keep it interesting, I'll do it, but I think we probably should wait for another, like, round of cards. But, well, what will happen is what will happen. We'll take you out here, little by little, and say, well played. Good game. Then we take you out. The problem is I don't think I got enough troops back for it to really be worth it, per se. I do get immediate trade in here. Was that worth it for me? That's the question. 17, I think we trade in these, that's fine. And we put these, where do I want these at? Probably right here. Is this good? Actually, do I want to defend Australia here? I mean, if I also get this territory, maybe it becomes worth it. Fortify these back over to here. But you see now I have 55 troops and 3 cards. And you have 64. Is that really worth it for me? I mean, it's one less player on the board, but now I don't know if I'm in as strong of a position as I was. Because I could have ended this turn with 5 cards. They would have traded me for me. I could get a bigger bonus. And blue breaks me. See, by eliminating green, now I've made myself a target. I don't think this is a smart play by blue. They don't have enough troops. They do not have enough troops to eliminate me here. So all they're really doing is just making an enemy out of me. I'm going to break the alliance with you. And give an angry face to let you know I'm not happy about that. I feel like that's a bad play in blue's part, because they've just made an enemy out of me. They've made an enemy out of me, so where I'm going to want to, if I'm going to go down, I'm going to self-destruct and take them with me. You usually want to wait until you can, like, eliminate somebody. Hey, thank you for the $2 donation. David, appreciate that. Thanks so much. Yeah, I would say this is a really bad play by blue. At this point in the game, you don't really want to attack somebody until you're actually able to eliminate them. They're playing like this is fixed when it's actually progressive. Now, I can try to come back from this somehow. Do I have a card trade on 3? No, so it's going to be hard for me to get my bonus back there. And they're actually blocking me from hitting their bonus. So at this point, to get revenge for that, I would have to basically self-destruct on them. Pink trades in for 20. The question is, are they going to use that to eliminate me? They might. Yeah, I think they try to 63. I think they eliminate me here. Yeah, blue just fed the win to magenta here. So unfortunately, we took a risk taking out green. We didn't have quite enough troops left afterwards. Blue made a stupid maneuver attacking me when they couldn't eliminate me. And now magenta is going to be the one to eliminate me, get my 3 cards, get an immediate card trade in after that, and then use that card trade in to attack blue. So I took a risk taking out green first. Blue made a really stupid move, just breaking me for no reason and softening me up, making it even easier for magenta to wipe me out. And now magenta wipes me out for the elimination and just goes in for the win. So this is an example of what blue should not have done. Because, yeah, like, magenta might not have had enough there to eliminate me if blue hadn't broken me. In fact, I don't think they would have. 7 here would have been attacked a 1 and a 1 and a 1 and 5. Magenta would not have been able to wipe me out if blue had not softened me up. And now magenta turns in 25 troops. And they're going to use that to go through and hit all this and break down all their bonus. Blue will have a card trade of 30, but they have to, like, go through and beat all this. Like, this, it's a close match, but blue... Yeah. Yep. Yeah, look at the troop advantage, 43. They'll turn in theirs and get 30, it'll be like 62 to 43. It'll be close. It'll be close, but blue made a big mistake there, and I think they're probably going to lose this one. All right, well, next match. I shouldn't have taken the risk of eliminating him first. Because I wouldn't have been strong enough afterwards. Now I can figure out what's wrong with my headphones. Seem kind of fine now. Did I play much caps? I tend to just go through the lobby and find out whatever's there, and people don't play caps often. I should maybe, like, make some cap lobbies. All right. Let's go ahead and get another one, shall we? All right, let's go ahead and get this cooking here, shall we? This cube is so uncanny, it creeps me out a lot. Sorry. A lot of people are doing lobbies that only allow intermediate to grandmaster, and I find that's boring. Having a few beginners in there keeps it spicy. How do you turn on capitals? Oh, you just pick the game mode. Do I host one? I don't know. Ah, they don't want to get smashed by a noob, I gotcha. I think the noob's what makes it interesting, really. Womp womp womp. Alright, we're red. Red, baby. Boo 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 boo. Boop-a-doo. Alright, the map is world, and we're this red player right here. Hello, that's us. Greetings and hello. Let's see what we can do here. Let's see if we have a nice little match. Black player put their cap over here in Australia, which means my 5 troops are most likely just forfeit. That's going to be theirs. White's probably going to put their cap, I would imagine, in Peru for South America, which is kind of stinky for me because I want to put my cap probably in there because it'd be a great cap. Oh, they didn't. They put their cap over here. They didn't. They put their cap over here on Middle East. Interesting positioning. I think I love the idea of having a cap right here on South America, so we'll stack right there. I'll have to deal with that 4 troops of theirs eventually, but as long as... I'm going to probably want to attack that sooner rather than later, because I imagine they're going to want to... They might... Some players will keep stacking more and more troops here to deny you gain their capital. Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like the cap positioning from you blocking me inside of South America. I don't like that at all. That's a weird play on your part. I guess they're trying to block me in so I have like limited options for card grabs. I'll need to keep a stack elsewhere. They're attacking my 5. I wish they had, and I could have used that to like attack that one, get a card, but it makes sense. Get your bonus early. The thing about what they're doing is they're going to have me blocked in behind them. Just waiting to slam them the second they have weakness. I'll need to keep a big stack somewhere else, probably in Asia somewhere, mobile and able to get troops. Otherwise we'll be card blocked inside of South America. That'd be bad. White put some troops over here on Great Britain. Gonna attack Scandinavia probably, and then fortify them over to their capital maybe. Seems like the thing to do. And that's exactly what they do. I'm going to stack 5 troops right here, and I'm going to go ahead and get this 4 out of my business here. Let me put those over there, and then we are going to actually fortify, I would say, these over to... Actually, these over to here. Get out of Black's way, that way they're going to want to get their stuff over there. I don't want to lose too many troops out here in the world. So if I move these over here, Black can move up here, and then fortify these back down or whatever, and kind of leave me be. Hopefully, I would have liked to fortify these up, but I'll have to do that later. Just hope that Magenta doesn't try to fight me for my cap too early. Take their 3 to get a card over there, southern into Western Europe. Are they going to attack more than once? That's a weird play to make. I don't know why Magenta seems to be gunning for me. It feels like. There was no need for them to attack there at all. That was just a waste. That was just a complete waste of, honestly, their troops and mine. I mean, that one was lost from regardless. They already had their card over here. So, why they're attacking me is beyond me. I mean, they're out to get me, block me in, I don't know. I guess we know who our enemy is this turn. This match. Now, I need to get these troops all gathered up and eventually get them out to reconnect with this would be good. If I'm the black player, I'm looking at this 2 and these 5 up here and these up here, trying to see if I can save these. That 2 is toast. Probably want to get that 2 fortified over there because Magenta's going to push for this. They probably want to fortify this down to themselves later. Or they try to salvage this 6 and get it out of Africa. I could actually try for Africa if I really wanted to. I've got a decent presence there, but I don't think there's any chance we hold that. I don't think they let me have that. Although maybe. Maybe we hold this, Magenta gets this, white gets this, black gets this, and I'm the Africa boy. Maybe that's a thing we should be aware of. Look at these 10 troops right there. How scary is that? What's this icon below your name there? Man, I don't know how black already has 21 troops just stacked right there. I need to get that 5 stack out of there, or consider it to be kind of like forfeit. I don't like how it's getting pinched in there. It's kind of scary, really. 7 troops, love that for me. I'm going to put 2 here to protect my capital a little bit. We're going to stack these right here to make it a little more intimidating. I'm going to start working my way from the mess that's going on over here. And then we're going to fortify, I guess, this 2 over onto this over here, and start trying to like get a stack in Africa and start working on getting people away out of Africa. I gotta worry about Magenta though. Magenta, I feel like Magenta probably has their eyes on me. Probably trying to like eliminate all my stacks out here so I can't trade for cards. Imagine their play, right? Taking that 6 into that 2, working on North America. That's why black could have fortified that out there and saved 1 troop, but 1 troop saved, not the end of the world. They fortify over here and they keep working on North America. I need to get Africa, but I don't think these guys let me, right? There's no way they let me. I think white gets this eventually, magenta gets this, and then nobody gets Africa and we all deny it, and then myself and black fall farther and farther behind compared to them. Which means I should probably form an alliance with black. I should try to form an alliance with both of you. White, I don't know that I need an alliance with so much per se. Seven troops on Siam, okay. For those of you that don't know, capitals basically, the capital mode, hey, set my alliance, nice, is whoever has 4 capital, gets all 4 capitals wins. You don't need all the land, just gotta get all 4 capitals. And capitals have better like defensive bonus, and they give extra troops each turn. So if I like take his capital, just by having his capital, I get an extra like 3 troops a turn, I think. Maybe it's 2, I forget. White going for a little card grab right there after they put their troops there in the Middle East. It's my turn. I click through how many troops I got, but I have 7. I will put 2 here on the capital because you keep stacking next to me, and it's scary. Maybe I should like match instead of trying to surpass you. I will put a couple troops over here, and then 1 over here, and the rest over here. And I'm going to keep on working on reuniting my troops over in the yonder. And I will go ahead and fortify this over to here and try to get 1 big scary stack. Maybe I put my 1 big scary stack in Europe, and that way nobody gets the Europe bonus. White seems to just want to stack on their cap, is what I'm seeing over there, which is interesting. They don't even want a continent. They're not even trying. Or they're just waiting. Ah, caps only give 2 bonus troops. Okay, sorry. My bad. And magenta doing their work to try and get North America over there. Okay. And yeah, when caps get attacked, they have 3 dice to defend. When caps get attacked, they have 3 dice to defend, so they defend better. And also, a certain number of turns have to pass before you can do capital mode. You can't just take all 4 capitals on turn 1 and win. You have to wait until round 4 by the looks of things. Alright, it's just stacking in front of Australia there. Nice on Siam. What you can do, you can take that 6 and that 1 and block my 8 from getting through. I see what you're doing, blocking me from reconnecting my stacks, and I don't appreciate it. I don't like it at all. Not a fan. I don't know why you would do that. I guess you're trying to get your 5 over there, but my 8's coming through. Do you not see that happening? I guess you're making it easier for me to potentially take Africa. I only have to fight Magenta for it now, but I don't really think I want to try and take Africa. Do you really think White sits there on the board of Africa and just lets me have it? Probably not. So I don't think we try for Africa, unless Magenta completely, like, moves out of it. Alright, so Magenta did not stack more on my border. I am actually going to stack, I guess, these right here. And, I guess we'll kind of, like, move out of Black's way a little bit and give them a turn to, like, squeeze past us, perhaps? Or I can go around the long way to reconnect with my troops. There's no hurry. Fortify these up to here, because why not? Although Magenta might not like me stacking there, but, well, get them up there, right? Yep, they put 5 there. They're just trying to match me. That's fine. I don't mind that. We're just trying to kind of stay even on there. The more troops we have there, the harder it is for them to, like, grab it from us with a bonus card to turn in. Ooh, they tried to attack that 2 and failed. Unlucky for them. They're really struggling to claim North America here. And yet, in spite of that, they still have more troops than White. I guess White's down to 7 territories because everybody's just taking their territories. And they're actually going to fortify some away? Ooh, they've reduced stuff on my board. A little trust exercise. Or they're just afraid of getting broken over there. Give them a heart. Yeah, we're homies, we're homies. We're homies. The only reason I'm stacking more over here is because I just have these 3 just sitting there doing nothing. I don't feel like they need to stack on the boards. I just might as well fortify that up there, right? For the inevitable betrayal that will happen. Alright, put all 11 there on Siam. It seems like Black is just trying to get everything they have over to this one spot. That seems to be their play. And honestly, it's working fine for them. Yeah, they attacked that down there. It feels like they're trying to block me from stacking my stacks up together. Like, their 5 could have attacked my... I don't understand this play right here. They could have just attacked that 5 to that 1 and then there. I don't know. Maybe they're not even thinking that deep. Not even thinking about what I'm doing. They're just trying to attack stuff, right? So what I do is I give them another turn to get out of my way by putting these perhaps right here. And then attacking this right there. And then we fortify this up to here. And now maybe this next turn, that 5 moves there or something. I guess I have to wait another turn. Just really hoping Black stops blocking me from reconnecting up my 2 stacks. Although I guess having a stack here and a stack here to try and deny people from getting continental bonuses is actually good. You know? Maybe nobody having Africa or Europe is a positive thing for me, as somebody only has a +2 bonus, right? Hard to say. Yep, they're fortifying down. I was just trying to, like, gather the troops up, really. I can't leave Africa, because then Magenta might just take it, and if White lets them have it, then all of a sudden they have 2 bonuses for +7. We can't let them have that. White seems to have 0 interest in getting a continental bonus. None at all. They don't care. Or they're very patient. Black puts 7 over there on Siam, and they attack India. Okay. Scary big 53 looking over here. Oh, they clicked it. They're clicking on Middle East. They're thinking about it. Oh, they're actually going for it. That's crazy. Why would you do this, Black? Black, are they a newer player, or are they some... Oh, unlucky rolls. This feels like a bad play on their part. Trying to slow roll. Yeah, they gave it up. They gave it up. Why is... I don't know why Magenta is frowning. That's something we should be smiling about. Like, these 2 fighting is good for everybody except for Black and White. Magenta should be, like, just quietly watching and laughing at this happening, because it's good for both of us. Black must be a newer player based on the fact they even tried that. Although they are way ahead on troops. I don't know how they're doing it. Alright, White traded in. I guess they maybe got their bonus the quickest? And nobody's attacked their stacks much? I don't know. They're way ahead on troops. White stacked 11 there. Hopefully white's going to be mad at black. They're trying to get a card down there and lost the roll. Unlucky for them. Good for us, though. I can actually put some troops here, attack that, and fortify it up to my other stuff. For my card grab turn. Looks like black is trying to get my way over here. White just wants to get their cards. Alright, force trade on 5 here for us. Trading 3 dudes for 8 troops. Not a huge bonus, but what you're gonna do? I think we leave this here. Do I leave this here, or do I like... I put a few there because I don't fully trust. And I'll put some down there just to get that grab. And we'll put these up here. And I'm going to go ahead and attack this for my card. I'm going to fortify this up into here. Just in case I can maybe squeeze out an Africa if Magenta decides to leave it or something, although I don't think they will. I mean, I guess we've got 65 troops, so we're kind of on par with black here, which makes sense. Similar bonus, right? Magenta stacking 5 next to me. Understandable, you know, trust issues. And now they trade in. They'll probably stack some more. That's fine. I don't mind, you know. We got to put enough near... They're just matching what I have. Every time there's a card trade in, I have to put like a decent bit here. That way, because they'll get a bigger card trade in, they might be able to have enough to break me. I just need to make sure they can't take out my capital, really. Don't want to be easy. Got to take advantage of the defensive bonus. They still have not grabbed... That's crazy. They'll get it this turn with this. Yeah, I was going to say, I'd be crazy they haven't grabbed that bonus yet. If they needed that, they could have had that a while ago, honestly. They've been stacking over here by the looks of it. But they finally have their bonus, and they've opened up access to Siam getting out of there. Black was trapped in by their own, but instead they freed them a path out and leave 3 there. Okay. Interesting play from Magenta. Black's probably just going to take this 4 and hit that 1 for the easy card grab, right? Give them a heart. Love you. We're still the homies. We're still the homies. And black trades in for 12 troops. That was a trade-in on 3 cards for them, which is an interesting play. And I don't know why they would do that. Do they think that those 67 will be enough to eliminate white and get all their cards? It won't be. It takes like at least double the troops to eliminate what's in a castle. I think black is a newer player. Oh, black is a newer player. Oh my goodness. They don't understand. I mean, they took a risk. They don't understand that you need like usually like double the troops to take out a castle. That is... Ooh, this is... Oh, wait. This actually... Am I in the best position to clean up from this? Oh, I am so lucky. I am so lucky. I am in the best position to clean up from this as long as you don't trade in 3 cards. Because I can stack right here in my 16... Actually, between my 16 and my 20, I have enough to clean up white. Maybe even black as well? Do I have a trade? I have a trade! That's so huge! Oh, we're cleaning up right now. We are cleaning up right now. It's going to happen. How am I going to path this? Oh, 16 beats the 4, and I can use that to hit here, and it's a little bit over here. White's going to soften black. Yeah, just attack each other a bunch. Yes, yes, soften each other up so it's easier for me to clean it up. Yes, yes, yes to this. Yes to all of this. I'm lucky that I'm in the turn order before Magenta is, so I get the chance to clean this up. Oh, just waste all your troops on each other. We do the trade-in, gotta act quick. Alright, and we're going to stack, I think, most of this right here. And we're trying to take it both out in 1 turn if I can. So first we hit a little bit of this. Only put over a 4. And then you hit this. Good. And then you hit a little bit of this. And a little bit of this. And I guess a little bit of this one. Good. Leave some on that capital. You hit over like this. Whoever gets taken out first is whoever gets taken out first. I've got more enough troops to do this. Soften up all of this right here. You hit this with all of it. We keep moving all along. Do more of this. I could have actually maybe broken you with my troops here. We'll take out white. We'll take out black first because they were like the villain, right? Do this. There we go. We actually have Asia for a split second here. That's kind of crazy, right? I could move my troops differently to play this a bit better, though. We do that. Then we say good game, and then we take. That guy broke my lance. Should have done 100% there. Lost some troops. Didn't need to. double elimination here, and we get a trade in on 5 here. And we'll go ahead and take all these beautiful bad boys right here, and we will put them right through here to make sure to break your bonus, to make you less kind of lethal here for us to deal with. Let's go ahead and mess up a bunch of your troops, just kind of go crazy on this as best we can here. There we go. A lot of this. There we are. And then we go ahead and fortify this 17 over onto this capital here. Protect some capitals. And you're in a really rough spot. If you have a trade on 5, if you have a trade on 3, you're still in a rough spot. Even with a trade on 3, you get a bonus of 25, take you up to 70 troops, still less troops than me. So you're in a rough spot to win this. Black messing up that elimination on white, just feeding the double elimination to me, huge. If Magenta had been first in turn order and had cleaned up like I did, then they'd be in the strong position. So lucky for me, I was the one that came after those two. Now, do I have a trade on 3? I don't, so we don't have the guaranteed win yet. If I'm Magenta, I'm going through trying to break as many territories as I have, trying to grab as much as I have. Probably going to try and go down and grab this castle would be a good play on their part. I should have left some more troops there to defend that, because that's a little bit extra bonus they could have. But yeah, that's pretty good. But they're not going to be able to defend. They have to pick which capital they want to defend. If they split half this back to here, actually this 23, no, this 23 can't reach. They should also use this 23 to like slam through all of this, and then fortify that 23 down there. Oh, they're trying. They have a 90-second turn time, which is helping them. If it was a 60-second turn time, oh, they're not even attacking. The big mistake. They forgot about their 23. Huge misplay on Magenta's part, not using this 23 to, yeah, they can't fortify anymore. Big mistake. We stack these 14 right here, and we're just going to go crazy going through all of this. I don't care about leaving any behind. We are just going to go ahead and do a lot of damage over here to all your stuff. My 27's trapped on there. I just need to keep working here, do the damage to your troops, keep my advantage, keep myself having more bonuses than you. And we get a little bit of this. And, oh, they left the game and quit, and that gives us the win. There we go. Oh, no, we won because we conquered all the capitals. They were still there. I forgot, it's capital mode. You just need the 4 capitals to win. There it is. You'll love to see it. And I have plenty more videos you can watch too. See you in the next one. And that'll be the end of the first video. The stream continues, though. The stream continues. All right, beautiful. Beautiful. All right, that was a nice one. All right, lovely. So, title ideas. What do you think? Got any title ideas? That's a lot of motorcycle. Got all the caps. That's right. Got the caps. Nice cap run. Thank you. All right, so what do we think for titles on that? What do you think would be good titles for that? You did videos outro on a live stream? Yes, I do that. It's easier for me just to do the outro, because the reason I did a videos outro on the live stream is because that portion of the live stream there, I'm also recording, and I'm going to turn that into a video. I'm going to edit it, make it shorter and faster paced, but I'm going to edit that and turn the video. I'm streaming for content. I'm streaming, but I will make videos from what I do in this stream. That's why I did the outro live. I could have also done the outro, you know, after the fact, but like, I feel like it captures my happiness, my energy in the moment if I say it while I'm live. That's why I also say afterwards, oh, stream continues, you know. I'm basically making content for 2 different audiences at once right now. 1, for you guys watching me live, and 2, for the people watching the videos after the fact, which is a separate product that, like, only 10% of people watch the streams. 90% don't. Anyways, title ideas. New player self-destructs. Alright, my idea. Alright, I think an idea, title idea I have is, if I can type properly, is, one's like, he didn't know. They couldn't stop this steamroll. That's a good one. We can mark that down as a potential one to use or brainstorm ideas off of. Luckiest game ever is beginner gets unlucky. That's another one we can use. Or try and do a variation of. Snowballing into a cap run, or when turn Order matters. Those are all the ones I can also try. Thank you for the ideas. Write these down. Pick which ones I like best, or use them as inspiration to think of my own. I like when the title doesn't include a spoiler. I also like when the title doesn't include a spoiler. Sometimes it's necessary, though. Basically, the title has to have something that catches people's interest, which it needs to focus on. I need to think of what is the most interesting thing that happened in the match, and how do I work that into a title? Sometimes the only interesting thing in a match is that, like, oh, I snowballed for an easy win. You know, sometimes matches have nothing really noteworthy apart from the fact, like, hey, I won. And so you just make the title like, oh, I dominated these guys. I crushed these scrubby noobs, or whatever gets people to click. Or maybe like, oh, I held all 4 continents at once, which clearly spoils that you won if you held all 4 continents at once, usually. So sometimes, like, the interesting thing, the unique focal point, selling point that happened in the match does spoil the ending. Other times it doesn't. Other times it's like, wow, this guy was crazy. Bruh, what a mad lad. That doesn't spoil the ending. I could still have lost it. I could win that. So it varies. Sometimes it'll be spoiled, sometimes it won't. Get cornered by Thanos. I can mark that one. That's funny. Hope I hadn't missed too much. Didn't much. He tried to trap me. Ooh, that's good. That's good. And I could improve on that by varying it into saying, this is what happens to noobs that try to trap me! Exclamation mark. Is something like I take the idea and think of how to, like, dial it up a notch to really, because getting clicks is really all about sensationalism. You really got to hype it up. Just kind of how YouTube works, unfortunately. It's not to be like, you can't just have a title like, this was a fun risk match. You know, it's not going to get it, unfortunately. Can't really hype it up. Cornered Capital, no worries. Like, that's actually great. That's honestly a fantastic title idea. That's really good. I might even just use that one. Cornered Capital, no worries. Or I could take Cornered Capitals, like, cornered my capital. Big mistake, buddy. Which might work better or worse than the idea they suggested. Put big in caps. Corner my capital. Big mistake, buddy. I don't know. Might work, might not. The thing about, like, creating titles and thumbnails, it's really hard. Like, when it comes to creative stuff, it's really hard knowing what's going to work and what's not. Sometimes you think a title and thumbnail are great, and they do really bad. Sometimes you think a title and thumbnail are kind of bad or kind of generic or kind of, like, not good, and they end up doing really, really well. So it's really hard to predict what's going to work. So ultimately, it just comes down to just try stuff. Just try stuff. See what happens. All right. I think got enough there. That was a red win caps. Let's see. I triple elimed. 2 in 1 turn. I was red. It was caps and blizzards. That was actually pretty fun having it. I enjoyed that caps match. I like that. I should do caps more often. Those caps and blizzards. Yeah, I think that's good. And, how long have I been live? I've been live for 2 hours and 14 minutes. I still have, let's see, this video to edit. Still have another video to have to edit. So I'm actually, after this match, I'm sitting on 2.5 videos that I need to edit, which is enough. I could go to get another video, but I think I'd rather just, like, stop here, do some more editing, and then come back tomorrow for another match. Maybe, honestly, it'd be more fun. As opposed to, like, streaming longer today and then just, like, not streaming all tomorrow and editing all day tomorrow. It'd be more fun to mix it up. So I think that's actually where we're going to wrap up the stream. Thanks everybody for watching. Hope you had a great, wonderful time. I guess I did say I was going to play another one, but, well, I guess not. Sorry. I was mistaken. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you all. I think I'll come back tomorrow. Because basically I could stream longer today and get more videos, but then I'll need to take tomorrow completely off from streaming and just, like, edit all day, which frankly sucks. I don't like editing for more than a couple hours at a time. I'd much rather, like, stream for a couple hours and then edit for a couple hours, you know, day 1 and day 2, as opposed to, like, day 1 I stream for 4 hours and then day 2 I just edit for, like, 8 hours, right? Do I have a schedule? Nah, no schedule. I make my best content and bring my best energy when I do things on a whim, when I record on a whim, when I make my streams on a whim, because that's just how my energy levels, I can't predict them. Like yesterday, I had like my energy levels were low. If I had stuck to a schedule and streamed or recorded yesterday, the energy I brought would have been bad. But today I felt good and energy was good, and so I bring today. If tomorrow, I plan to stream tomorrow, maybe, probably. But if I wake up and my energy levels feel low because I had too many chips last night or something, whatever, then I don't. So I give myself the creative freedom to stream or record just whenever. That way I can bring like my best energy, my best version of myself to streams as much as possible. That way, basically keep my if I'm sleepy or grumpy or cranky or whatever, just keep that crap to myself, right? Nobody wants to see that, right? That's where we're gonna wrap it up. Thanks for hanging out. And I'll catch you all in the next stream or video or wherever I see you next. So yeah.